in Dark Souls 3. Oh yeah, the cropping is a little off for some reason.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's nothing important down there, right? Except the soul count, but I mean, that doesn't really matter. So yeah, Dark Souls. Like the most basic thing, I guess, for running this game is stamina management, I suppose. As in the green bar below their health bar on the top left.
Yeah.
You don't want to ever run out of stamina completely, because the game blocks you from sprinting for a short period of time if you do that. So what you just do is basically sprint for as long as you can without losing all your stamina. Oh, also, first boss fight here on Wolfe's side. He started with Thief class, so he gets the Master Key by default, and then he can choose another starting gift, and he gets the Black Fire Bombs and uses those to kill the Asylum Demon. It saves a little bit of time here, but then he has to start Thief to get the Master Key.
Yeah, so you'll see a divergence between these two routes. Wolfie is going to be doing something called Grapple Mage with QS, which is Quantity Storage Glitch. Mechapope, as far as I know, will be doing Dragon Tooth +5, which is a fairly new route that is, I guess, very powerful in the late stages, since you basically get +5 on a Dragon Tooth, which is a overpowered weapon as it is with +2. So
it also
+5
uses the Quantity Storage.
Yeah. Alright, so Mechapope going into the Asylum Demon fight, he's going to do this a little bit differently. That's a jump attack from the top. He gets a double hit, which is 425 versus 327 for a single hit. And hopefully he'll be able to finish him off here. Unfortunately, Asylum Demon does float up, which wastes a little bit of time, but still quick anyway.
Yeah, not big deal at all. So yeah, that's the first boss down for both players now. There's 25 more to go, and they get a bit harder after the first one. At least some of them.
What's your favorite boss, Nubist?
Artorias, I suppose.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Manus, my personal favorite, but I respect everyone's choice.
Well, the thing about Manus, well, he's I don't know, he telegraphs his attacks so heavily, but I mean, he's not a bad boss for sure.
Alright, so we see that both of these guys are running through Undead Burg right now. Wolfie going over to the merchant over here. So I guess he's doing the old entrance to Lower Undead Burg, where he does the jump off the side? I'm not sure.
Yeah, there's what Wolfie wants to do here is go free a sorcerer called Griggs down in Lower Edinburgh, and to do that you have to kill the merchant to get the key to the doors that Griggs is behind. Then also the skip to Lower Edinburgh. Well, there's like, how many are there? I don't know, probably dozens skips of how you can get there. This is like one of the older ones that he's doing right here. He's gonna roll over the edge and then jump over the wall on the right.
Nice. So he gets over there, just needs to jump off the side there. And now he needs to be careful about these dogs right near the door, because they can definitely affect his entrance.
Yeah, this is like a bit later stage, or it would be a bit later in the game. You're not supposed to come here yet, but so the enemies are a bit tougher here than you'd expect this early on in the game.
So he does that quit out to de-aggro them.
And meanwhile, Mechapope is going to this chest over here that it has 3 gold mine resins in it. Those increase the damage your weapon does. They're really good early game, but then they drop off really heavily. So this enables him to kill bosses early on really easily.
Yeah, for Taurus, it's going to be very useful.
Yeah, he's about to enter the second boss fight, Taurus Demon. There's some archers behind here, and to sort of be careful of them, but not really, since you do kill Taurus really fast. But like, the thing is, like, every boss in this game pretty much can kill you in few hits if you get hit. So you abuse the hell out of invincibility frames on your rolls.
Yeah.
And the boss fight is pretty simple. It's like 8 hits or something.
So you can see that the time that Mechapope lost at the beginning, he gained here because Wolfie had to go down to Lower Undead. However, there may be more divergences which cause the routes to merge again. They aren't going to be linear with one another, basically.
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of interesting to see how the well race goes in the end, because it can be kind of hard to even say who's ahead at some points unless they have like obvious mistakes, of course. But
Yeah.
the routes are pretty similar in speed, I would say. Maybe Wolfie's route is a bit faster optimally, but
Now you can see that Mechapope chopped off the Hellkite Drake's tail there to get the Drake sword. That'll be useful for the Gargoyles fight, and a couple other things as well.
yeah, the Drake sword is a powerful weapon in early game, but it doesn't scale at all with anything, so it doesn't really do anything after like Gargoyles, even like the one of the last bosses that it will be useful against, but it's very powerful early on. And now Wolf is gonna do the same thing. He applies resin to chop off the tail in 3 hits. Otherwise you would need way too many hits to be able to do it reliably.
So Mechapope quits out here. He's going to do something called the Sen's Gate skip. The Sen's Gate skip is a very interesting skip because what you do is you lure one of the hollows to the second or third pillar, I can't remember exactly, over here. And you repost him, as you see Mechapope trying to do right here. He's going to kick him into place first. He needs to get up to that pillar that he wants.
Yeah, you can't be too low on this skip, otherwise you'll die.
Yeah. And so what he's trying to do is place himself into a kill cam box without actually hitting the kill box itself.
Yeah,
you hit the kill box, you die.
Yeah, the kill box is slightly below the actual kill cam box. So if you get put in the kill cam, the game thinks you're dead. So it doesn't load any new areas, even if you can run around during it. So he's gonna go to the Sen's Gate now, and the gate's not gonna be loaded in because he's so far away from it. So he can just run through it, then quit out again and load back in, and he'll be through the gate.
Yeah. So one of the fortunate things about getting into kill cam is it's top-down view, and once you go down a level, you can't see where your character is really. So you need to know the layout of the place below you.
And Wolf is gonna fight the Gargoyles now. He's gonna use resin here again. The scimitar he's using is pretty good against Gargoyles because it staggers them in 3 hits. And well, that helps a lot. So if they have 2 Gargoyles on you at the same time, that's gonna be trouble. But if you do this like he did very well, you won't have any problem since you could kill the first one before the second one even arrives.
Yeah, so Mechapope will come back later and kill that boss, as well as Quelaag. But we'll see Wolfie kill those 2 bosses early on.
Yeah, the routes are like completely diverged at this point.
Mm-hmm.
The area Mechapope's in right now is the Sen's fortress. It's you're supposed to like ring 2 bells before you come here, and that opens the gate. But well, with the skip you can come here earlier, and then you can get items that are more powerful and stuff like that. Like he's gonna get the Dragon Tooth, and yeah, well, it's faster since you kill the bosses, the early bosses faster with the better items, and you don't really lose that much time by doing the skip.
Yeah. There's one other thing I want to mention here. These 2 runners diverge in a totally different way. Mechapope actually uses keyboard and mouse for this game, which rarely any Dark Souls runners do, so that's pretty unique, whereas Wolfie does use a controller.
Oh yeah, Wolfie also just kicked down Lautrec there. If you don't kill that character, later on he's going to kill the Firekeeper of Firelink Shrine, and that makes the bonfire go out. And then you can't rest at it anymore. You can warp to it, but you can't rest to it. And, well, you don't have warp until you beat Ornstein and Smough.
Yeah. Alright, so Mechapope is now in the upper area of Sun's Fortress. He is probably going to go visit the merchant up here to get a few things.
I see. He doesn't really have that many souls. So
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
think
yeah,
he's
that's
gonna do
true.
that.
You see,
he's
I
gonna...
don't really know the Dragontooth 5 route too well yet.
Oh, what Mechapope is doing right now is the move swap glitch.
Yeah.
What you do is you have a bow on your left hand and a weapon that has a good running attack on your right hand, which is the rapier here, I think. And if you do this glitch where you two-hand the bow while you're doing some other animation, and then switch the weapons in your inventory, you can two-hand the left-hand weapon, and that gives you the running attack of the right-hand weapon on it. So now his Drag Sword has the running attack of the rapier, which hits twice.
Yeah,
it's
a
yeah.
tough glitch to learn initially, but it's really useful in these runs.
Yeah, for sure. So he needs to do 400 damage.
Oh no!
Oh.
So the nice thing about Dark Souls is the quit outs. If you do make an error like that, you can quit out and reload the fight.
Yeah, that's why Dark Souls 2 is harder, because you can't do that in Dark Souls 2. What Wolfe is doing right now is getting the RTSR, Red Tearstone Ring. It's a ring that increases your damage a ton when you're below 20% health. So he's gonna be, for most boss fights, he's gonna be at no health, so he'll die in one hit, but he'll do a lot more damage.
Yeah, Red Tearstone Ring is very, very useful for speedrun.
Okay, Mechapope got the stagger on the golem now, and he's just gonna hit him a few times and it's gonna fall off the edge and die. If this mechanic wasn't, like, for this boss wasn't here, this would actually be kind of bad, because it takes so much longer to kill the boss, so it's kind of nice that you can do that to the Iron Golem.
Yeah, definitely. So you can see that Mechapope, it took him a little while to knock off Iron Golem. That's because he doesn't have RTSR. If you do have RTSR there, you can do a lot more damage to Iron Golem. You don't have to deal with his phases. Not phases, really. It's just that he does a lot of attacks that you might not want him to do, and gets caught in situations where you can't actually knock him off the edge properly.
Wolfe is heading to Blighttown right now. If you played this game, you'll probably love this area. He's not gonna spend much time here though. He's just gonna go to the boss and kill him.
I mean,
hopefully.
Personally, I think this is a good area, but I understand that people don't like it.
Oh, it's mostly the upper part, I think, that people dislike.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the swamp's no fun because you can't run or anything, but I don't know. Oh, here's the Blighttown drop. Just drop on this little plank here, and it's you can get down really fast. It looks like it's hard or something, but it's really not at all if you know what you're doing. He also
and
killed...
you can see that. Sorry, Wolfie killed that blow dart sniper there. The blow dart sniper will actually toxic you, which puts you in a lot of jeopardy here. So it's good that you can kill him quickly. He also gives you purple moss clump, which removes poison.
Yeah, the swamp here causes him to be poisoned. He's gonna use the poison to go down to below 20% health, so his RTSR activates and he does a lot more damage. He wouldn't actually have enough damage to kill Quelaag without RTSR here, I don't think. So it's kind of required.
So unfortunately, Mechapope did die there, but he wasn't too far out, so he'll just run back, get in the elevator again, and head back out.
Yeah, and now he got rid of the poison. His Wolfe is on, like, he has the icon on the top left, and he put his body gloves. That means the RTSR is active. Well, for Quelaag, yeah, for Quelaag, what Wolfe wants to do is hit the upper body of Quelaag. That staggers her, and you can stun lock her to death with spells. And he seems to be doing it very well.
This is so strange to see, because I don't see it much anymore.
Yeah, this is... The route he's doing used to be like the old fastest route, before, like, I don't know, a lot of things happened.
Yeah.
That was a very clean fight.
Very nice. And Mechapope is on the rafters now. It's not as hard to run on top of these as you might think. and you might already know that. But yeah, if you do fall off, you just quit out.
Yeah, but Painting Guardians can actually one-shot you with a backstab, and they can do a backstab from a jumping attack, which is complete bullshit, but what are you gonna do?
I don't know. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, probably. All right, so now Wolfie is heading over to Griggs to talk to him and get a few more items here. I think he gets one spell and a ring or something.
Yeah, he gets the Bellowing Dragon Crest Ring and Great Heavy Solar, I believe.
Yeah.
Later on, Griggs will sell other spells, like Soul Spear, I think he's gonna get from Griggs.
Yeah. So
And
the
then
big
Fall
thing
Control.
Yep, fall control as well. The big
but
thing that Wolfie's going to do is he's going to take that Soul Spear and use it for the quantity storage glitch. So he's going to dupe that 999 times or something like that.
Yeah, he's gonna basically have infinite uses of that if he wants to. But you can only have 10 attunement slots, so I guess there's a limit there. But you will never need that many anyway, so...
Of course. Mechapope going through a bit of an area here that's kind of tough to run through, especially if it's your first time playing.
Yeah, the trick to this is that usually, like, a lot of players have been relying on their shield until this point, and then at this point, if you shield this guy's arrows, they just knock you down off the rafters or like off the ledge, and you just die. So you kind of have to roll this guy's arrows, otherwise you'll get screwed.
All right, so the hardest boss in the game for me, I would say, is actually Onas.
Yeah, ONS is definitely tough. There's two of them, and if you don't manage it well, you'll get screwed really fast.
Yeah.
And Wolf is... is that intentional?
I don't know. I don't think so. Probably a mistake.
Well, anyway, the Wolf is coming to sense now. He didn't do the skip, so he had to ring the two bells to open the gate. And I believe Mechapope is going to ring the bells too, because even though you don't need to open sense anymore, you need to get Framp to come out. Ooh, that was close. To get to the last boss in the game, or the kill at all, actually.
Yeah. So what Wolfie's doing here now is he's going over to free, what's his name from the cage?
Logan.
What is his name? Yeah, Logan. And Mecha is going to the fabled Onas fight.
Yeah, he's gonna do moves first. He got the Dragon Tooth from the basement now, so he's gonna use that from now on, I guess, until... Well, he's probably gonna use it the whole game, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Wolfie did like a... There's a snake man guarding the... Well, guarding the... leaning against the wall there, and you can use the Drake Sword to break the wall if you do it right. It's a bit tricky. He didn't get it first time, but it's a bit tricky. So, I mean, it's not a big deal because you can just quit out and have the stakeman reset. Let's see how Mecha does on Onas.
Alright, 2 hops. So only 2 hops for Ornstein. Here we go again. Smough is being nice here, so that's good. That's not too good though. Oh, alright. So that's unfortunate that Smough did the shovel there. Once again, one of the issues with fighting 2 bosses at once is you need to pay attention to both of them.
And also Mecha has the Dragon Tooth equipped, and it's a very heavy weapon, so he's actually mid-rolling now, so his rolls are way slower than they normally would be, and that adds difficulty to the fight. You can see the roll, like when he does the roll there, it's just really slow looking compared to what it was before, or what you can see on Wolfie's screen.
Yeah, and for anyone that has done this fight before, you know that Smough has a long shovel and a short shovel. If he does a short shovel, you have a lot of room to dodge it. If he does the long shovel, and for some reason he does the long shovel even when you're up close once in a while, you're pretty much dead most of the time.
Especially with mid-roll.
Yeah. Oh, so he gets hit there by Ornstein twice. Some of these attacks are kind of tough to dodge, especially when you see them on the opening like that. Like I said, this is the toughest fight for me in the game. I actually recently did a Great Club run, and 4 of my deaths were to ONS. So.
Wolfe doing Iron Golem. It's very simple to do with RTSR and spells. Just 2 hits and you're done.
Yeah, so this is interesting to see what the 2 different runners do. Mechapope, his entire route is pretty much melee, and Wolfie's entire route is pretty much sorcery. So you'll see the difference here.
Yeah, and like, I think ONS is even harder with sorcery compared to melee, but I mean that's a preference thing, I suppose. What Ornstein does a lot when you're casting spells at him is he just hops, like side hops them, and you can't hit him because the spells are just that slow. And you're also gonna be in RTSR range, so you'll die in 1 hit, so you can't make any mistakes.
All right, so that was nice there. Mechapope getting rid of Ornstein pretty quickly there. And now Smough is pretty simple. You just need to make sure you manage your stamina correctly, and he doesn't get too close to you when he does one of these lightning attacks.
Yeah, and you don't want to hit him too fast after you hit him, because that's when he won't stagger every hit. But if you like space your attacks correctly, he'll just stagger every hit and you basically get a free fight.
Just like that.
Yeah, very well done.
All right, so that is ONS for Mecha, and Wolfie will be to ONS shortly. I don't know if Crapple triggers the Gwendolyn bonfire earlier in the new route. Probably not.
Don't think so.
Yeah.
Imagine he would. I'm not sure how the new routes work, honestly. It's a learning experience for us too.
Uh-oh. So this is... Oh, okay. So that's the Painting Guardian. The Painting Guardian can basically troll you by just running towards you. Because as soon as the Painting Guardian gets within a very small distance of you, you basically get vacuum backstab. And that's
he just does a jumping attack, and even though no one else in the game can backstab with jumping attacks, the Painting Guardians don't care about that.
Yeah. Alright, so Mecha is now past ONS. He's going to be heading up towards Gargoyles? Is that where
I believe so.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess... Wait. No, Wolfie didn't get bonfire. Okay. Or did he? No, he didn't, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think he'd be disappointed if we didn't mention that he did Nama Rafters, so... Yeah, he did do Nama Rafters.
Yeah, that's a little skip on the rafters. You can jump to this right side a bit early, but the jump is very tight and it saves barely any time. But if you fail it, you can just quit out. So it's like not like run ending, but it loses more time than it saves if you fail it.
Alright, so Wolfie in that same section that Mechapope was in before. Just a little tough section here. For newer runners, but Wolfie is seasoned enough to know how to go through it. You can see that he dodges those spears.
And you see the Dragon Tooth, how it destroys gargoyles with the move swap especially. It's just like, I think it's 1 hit. Oh, he didn't do the running attack, so he... Yeah, if you don't do a running attack, you get a normal attack from the Dragon Tooth, and it's very slow.
Yeah, so there's 3 things that you get from a move swap when you move swap a weapon with another weapon. You get that weapon's running attack, you get its plunging attack, and you get its rolling attack.
Yeah. And like move swap can be done with jumps. Is how you usually do it. Is you jump and then you do the menuing while landing the jump. There's enough time to do that consistently if you're good. If you can do it with a fast roll, it's way harder, and it's like really doesn't save much time at all, like if any at all, so it's really not worth doing that.
Yeah, I've never seen anyone do it consistently in a run with a fast roll.
Yeah, There's just like really no point. So let's see Wolfie do ONS now.
Alright, yeah, this is going to be very different from what Mecha does, and he gets the lightning opening. There are 3 openings here. You either get the dash opening, where he basically dashes towards you. You get the walk opening, where he slowly walks towards you, or you get the lightning opening. The lightning opening is the absolute worst.
For Crapple, you actually want the walk opening since you can get free hits on Ornstein. You basically get 1 free heavy solar on him, and that's a lot of damage. Normally you don't have time to cast heavy solar arrows on Ornstein since he's so fast that he will punish you and kill you if you go for that. But very clean.
That was really good. That was really good. Alright, so Smough, you just kind of get stuck behind this pillar, and he can't do much. So you're all set.
You need to kind of space your attacks so that his hammer is in the way when you attack, otherwise it just hits the hammer and does no damage. Yeah, like that.
You can see that one.
One more hit and it's good. Very nice.
Okay. Nice.
Mecha's heading to Quelaag right now. He's gonna do the same drop Wolfie did earlier. And his Quelaag fight is, well, not gonna use magic obviously, and it shouldn't be very hard at all with the Dragon Tooth. It's such a powerful weapon for this part of the game. Actually, one thing he's gonna do differently is he's gonna go get a dragon scale from a chest over here in the left side here. And he can use that to upgrade his Dragon Tooth to +1, but because of the quantity storage, he can duplicate that one infinitely, so he can get to +5, which is the max upgrade for the Dragon Tooth.
Alright, so Wolfie is back in Undead Parish, and he is going to head off to... Where does he go first? I know he takes a bonfire here. Does he go to Sip first? Or?
I think he goes Butterfly?
Butterfly first? Okay.
I'm not sure.
I'm kind of lost because I don't watch Crapple that much, and I don't think a lot of people
Crapple anymore.
I don't think a lot of people run Crapple anymore, so...
People really don't like these routes, because the start is so horrible if you have bad luck. Like Ornstein and Smough, Wolfie had a very good fight, like that was one of the like really good fights. You would want that, but like it's so random as to you can get screwed over very easily.
Yeah. Alright, so Mecha getting close to Quelaag's domain now. He's going to move swap again before the fight. You won't see RTSR here because he is doing this route without it.
Yeah, he's not going to get that at all. At least he said he wouldn't, so I doubt he's going to.
No. I mean, the Dragon Tooth +5 does an incredible amount of damage.
Yeah.
Once you get it to +5, you almost don't even need it, but it will result in faster fights.
Yeah, it's riskier fights, of course, but faster. Okay, wait, what did Wolfie do? I didn't pay attention. Sorry.
I'm not sure.
The thing with move swap Quelaag fight is that if you hit her like butt with the move swap heavy hammer or something like that, it like somehow makes her animation cancel.
Yeah.
So she can like instantly cancel her attack and do another attack and can cut you off guard if you don't see coming.
Yeah, I mean, especially if you hit her butt, she just starts doing the butt flame attack or whatever it is.
Yeah. Wolf is gonna do the quantity storage right now. He already did it with the Soul Spear, I believe. So what you do is you have 999 wooden arrows and use those to basically trick the game into thinking you're using 999 of some other item, here the Quelaag Soul, which gives you, well, now he has 10 million souls. So that's gonna give him a lot of levels.
That's a lot of souls.
Yeah. It is a lot of souls. 45 dexterity actually increases your casting speed a bit, so that's why he gets the dexterity. 99 intelligence, nice. Yeah, they had 999 salt spears. Doesn't need all of those, so.
All right, so Wolfie is off towards the Sif fight now with magic. He needs to get a setup here from the consistent knight. This knight is not consistent at all,
Oh,
but was
looks
there.
pretty consistent.
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
Mecha's about to do quantity storage for his Dragon Tooth upgrades. I'm probably gonna get some souls too for his level ups. So I don't really know the technical explanation of why this works, but I mean, it tricks the game into thinking the item you wanna. Wait, what? Did he just? Well, yeah, you need to select the 999 wooden arrows, and then like pretend to drop them, and then Framp's is like, "Oh, sure, I'll just give you whatever you want from me."
Yeah, so he gets a ton of dragon scales now.
He's gonna do it once more to get more souls. He's gonna use I don't know, some of the soul item. Oh, it fell down. Wolf is about to fight Sif here. Sif can jump on you, and that does like chip damage, and he's in Artorias range, so it can be dangerous to get hit by the jumps. Not attacks you can dodge, jumps you can't really dodge always. But I mean, he does a lot of damage at this point, so.
The big thing is that Wolfie got a lot more dex, correct? I think he did.
Yeah, he got 45. Yeah. That's the
So,
highest scales to cast speed scales.
Yeah, normally magic in this game is actually pretty tough initially because you cast so slowly and you have to worry about bosses hitting you. But once you get to the point where you have 45 dex, the casts are so quickly that you can respond and pretty much just roll out of anything.
The menus are kind of clunky there because you have the dropping checkbox thing and the actual menu open at the same time, so you have to like kind of fight against the menu to get the right thing. And Mecha's gonna level up a lot of vitality apparently now.
Interesting. See, everyone has their own strategy for this.
And this butterfly is a boss. It's kind of
really simple. Not much there.
So he's going for 69 endurance apparently. A lot of vitality, a lot of strength, and 10 int and 10 attunement, so he can attune some spells. Well, what is he gonna use? Hidden Body or something? Or Foul Control? I'm not sure which he's gonna use.
Man, look at that! Look at that bar for vitality.
Yeah, that health bar is insane compared to Wolfie's.
I don't know. I'm just glad we have one runner in this tournament who does this.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
All right, so this is the Ceaseless fight. Two ways you can do this. You can actually kill Ceaseless normally, or you can cheese him. If you don't know the cheese strat, you basically just grab the clothes, run all the way back to the fog gate. Ceaseless jumps at you. You hit his fist, I think, 6 times, and he dies.
Yeah, it's way slower than killing him normally, though, since you have to run all the way back. Wolfie's killing the Hydra right now. This very nice to do with magic, since you can hit him while he's about to attack you. You don't have to wait for attacks, so you just rapid cast the Soul Spears and kill him. The reason for killing this Hydra is because to get to DLC you have to come kill the Hydra, come here, quit out, and the Golem spawns. You have to kill the Golem, and Dusk gets freed from the Golem, and that triggers another Golem in Duke's Archives to drop the pendant that you need to access the DLC.
Yeah, getting to the DLC is pretty confusing in this game. Either way, Mechapope finishes off Ceaseless. You can see that what he had to do there was shoot Ceaseless with a bow, because you can't just throw a firebomb at Ceaseless. Ceaseless is immune to fire. Yeah.
3 bosses that are in the fire?
I think so. Ceaseless, what is it, Centipede, and who else?
Quelaag?
Quelaag, yeah. Yeah, Quelaag you can use Poison Mist on, but nothing else in terms of
I don't know.
pyromancies, I think.
Is Bed of Chaos even in the fire? I'm not sure.
I don't know
Probably.
anything about Beta Chaos.
Oh, Mecha's about to do a really cool skip here. It's the Fire Sage drop skip. I don't know what it's called, but you basically quit out a few, like I don't know, like 5 times or so. I don't know, 3 maybe, on this elevator, and the lift actually loads in later than rest of the vault. So while you, every time you quit out, you move backwards a little bit. So what you can do is fall through here, and Fire Sage happens to sit right under the lift, so you can just plunge attack him, and it's like a really cool looking skip.
And he has no AI, so you
Yeah.
just hit him. That's it. I know it's a boring boss, but let's be honest, Fire Sage was not that interesting of a boss to begin with. All right, so Wolfie heading back towards. Oh, he's going towards Seath now.
Yeah,
okay.
going to Seath.
Yeah.
What Wolfie wants to do really early on is go to the DLC, because the best sorcery in the game is Darkbeat, which is in the DLC. So what he's trying to do right now is to rush there, get that, and then kill everything with it. It's like one-shot some bosses. It's really, really powerful. So his goal with this route is to do that as early as possible.
So here's the worst part of Izalith, the entire thing, where you have to deal with this lava, just permeating your eyes, just causing you to want to leave the area immediately. But you still have to kill 2 more bosses. You have to kill this guy, and you have to kill BOC. So right now he's trying to get through Centipede as quickly as possible. Pretty easy fight. Centipede control you, but with this much damage, it's not really an issue.
Yeah, well, you just have to be careful of not rolling into the lava. But with his fidelity, even that wouldn't really be that big of a deal. He'd just roll out before he would die.
Alright, so now that he has the ring from Centipede, he can just take just small amounts of damage, and make his way over to BOC. He needs to run under some of these dragon butts, as they are referred to, because they are the bottom halves of dragons, it seems like.
Yeah,
he's mostly just going to run under their feet and to the side of them.
Wolfie just killed the golem that drops the pendant, but that pendant only drops after you've freed Dusk. So that's why you need to go kill Hydra before coming here. Otherwise you would have to come here twice, which would obviously be really slow.
And this is Duke Skip coming up, if you want to explain that, Noobist.
Sure, there's this lift. What you're supposed to do is go up all the way, then see it kills you, you die, you get put in a prison. But what you can do is roll on the railing of the lift instead. Well, like that. Well, not roll, but run, I guess. And then roll off to the side here, to the balcony, right, like you did. And that skips like, I don't know, 5 minutes or something like that. It's a pretty big skip. And well, it used to be the hardest skip in the game, but I mean, that was a long time ago.
I mean, it can still be tough. Sometimes you run into issues with it, but he basically executed that perfectly.
Yeah, it was very, very nicely done. But he did there, he ran off the ladder, then normally you would die if you fall this far away, far down. He had fall control on, so the dying takes a little bit longer with fall control, because fall control basically negates all damage that is not fatal. But if you have fall control, fall all the way, that would kill you, and then quit out at the right time, he will just put you down at the bottom. So you can use that to skip a lot of silly ladders and stuff like that.
Alright, so Wolfie's going to do some fall control stuff here, I think, but in the meantime, Mecha is a better chaos fight. What he's going to do is Toki Bombs, a classic method of killing Bed of Chaos quickly with 2 firebombs invented by, I believe, a Japanese speedrunner named Toki.
Yeah. It's very nice. This fight used to be like at the end of the run, and then it's like kind of random, because Firestorm, which is an attack that Bed of Chaos does, can just one-shot you through like 25 vitality or something if you get hit in bad way, and this kind of negates all of that randomness.
Yeah, so before you even know it, Beta Chaos is dead. I'm sure that no first playthrough went like that. It was probably pretty agonizing.
Yeah. That's the first Lord Stall for Mecha. There's 4 of Lord Stalls you need to get to finish the main game, basically. And then you can get to kill and kill a Quinn, but I mean, they're gonna kill all the bosses anyway, so that's not... Wolfie used the ring that Hydra drops with Dust Crown Ring, I think it's called. What that does is it increases your spellcast by 50% and halves your health, or maximum health. So all fall damage in this game is percentage based of your max health. And so while you have that ring equipped, you take like basically half the fall damage for like the same fall. So you put that ring on, take a fall, and then take it off, and you have full health again. And that's really good way to get RTSR setups. So yeah, that was Seath. He's supposedly dragon, and dragons are supposedly very strong against magic. Well, not really when you have RTSR and 99 intelligence.
Yeah. Ever since the discovery of the quantity storage glitch, make a very overpowered character faster than before.
And yeah, Wolf is about to head to the DLC now. He's again using the Dust Crown ring to get it to RTSR setup easily. There's like for like almost all the bosses, you can just do a full damage setup for there to get into the RTSR range, which is very nice because it's always the same. You don't have to rely on an enemy.
That was interesting there. That, I believe, was one of the plunges that Wolfie just did.
That's kind of new thing.
Yeah.
Kind of new. It's, I don't know, a few months old. I don't know when it was found, but it's really cool. For some reason, if you have if you plunge in a right way, that allows you to roll. Wait, no, with fall control, you don't even need to roll, do you?
Yeah, you can negate rolling that way.
Yeah, but even without fall control, you can do some of these plunges at least, and they just negate fall damage for some reason. It's really weird, but it's really cool too. And Mecha accidentally fell in the river there.
It happens.
Yeah.
No one's perfect.
Well, he's playing on keyboard, so I mean...
I know it's tough. Alright, so the start of the DLC here. Wolfie is the first one to the DLC. This is the boss Sanctuary Guard.
It's a pretty clean kill.
Yeah.
Oh well, the mech has already done all of the bit of chaos segment though, so while he might be a bit behind, it's not that much as you would think.
Yeah. Alright, so Wolfie grabs his bonfire here. He is going to do a Royal Wood Skip specific to this type of character. So if Mecha did Royal Wood Skip, he would have to do a certain plunge attack where he would plunge down and then roll right before he hit the ground. Wolfie's going to do something similar to what he did before, where he casts Fall Control, he plunges down, and then he just hits the bottom of the elevator and continues walking. So you'll see him do that in about a minute or so.
And you can see Mecha fighting the Hydra now. With melee, it's like way worse than it was with magic. You have to wait for the attacks and throw firebombs in between, and it's like kind of annoying.
Yeah.
It just takes way longer.
This is not a boss fight, but it's one of the toughest boss fights that isn't a boss fight.
For sure. I think just one more hit. Oh, yeah, Wolf is gonna do the plunge.
All right, so he hits the side there to get the plunge down correctly. You want to make sure you hit the side that triggers it for some reason. I'm not sure the logic behind it or whatnot, but If you just plunge straight down, it won't work.
Oh,
He
he's
jumps off
going.
the side here and goes down to trigger Kalameet.
Does he go to trigger Kalameet, or did he just do the for Tisor? I think
Oh no, he
did
just does it for RTSR. Yeah, that's
because
right.
going to trigger
Yeah.
Kalameet right here is kind of
That would be very
dangerous.
risky. Yeah. Once again, I don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to Crapple Mage.
Yeah, Artorias. This is my favorite boss, I guess. I don't know. I just named something like was put on a spot. I didn't really think. Oh well, he's dead.
And once again, so one of the big things here, I'm going to repeat this time, the Dex helps you out so much. In the old Crapple
really
Mage route,
does.
you could not fire spells this quickly.
It also helps that he does like a bit more damage, not that much more. Like even though he has 99 ints, the scaling drops off after like 50, well, like 40, I don't know, somewhere there drops off quite heavily. So the spells don't get that much more damage. They do a little bit, but
yeah,
not that much.
I just want to point out there that Mechapope did the backup rune skip. So rune skip is when you run on the side of the left railing. If you miss it, the backup is running on the side of the right railing just for a second, or half a second, or a quarter second, and then jumping over. Really, really cool little thing there.
Wolfe is using hidden body here. This area is this is probably the hardest area in the game, since it's the DLC and it's like really high level area supposedly. But if you use hidden body, all the enemies are slower to notice you and don't really follow you that far, and you can get through pretty easily. But if you don't have hidden body, you'll just get destroyed.
Yeah. I actually don't know how to get through here without hidden body.
You have to kill this mimic to get a key to Goff's room, and you need Goff to shoot down Kalameet so you can actually fight him. Another hidden body here, because there's these sorcerers that they use Dark Orb, I think. Some they can actually use Dark Beat too, and those spells deal a lot of damage. He would get one shot if he gets hit, so hidden body really helps with this part right there. These two sorcerers can kill you in one hit.
Yeah. So as Wolfie is heading down to Manus, we see that Mechapope is now heading to Seath. So he will do that same section. He's going to have to kill that golem. He's going to do Duke Skip, and he's going to head down to kill Seath.
Oh, that charge was really close, at least it looked. Another full control quit out there.
Mecha is not really behind at this point because he's already done a entire sequence that Wolfie has not, and that's the Beta Chaos sequence.
Yeah, that's one of the longer sequences in the game, actually.
Yeah.
He might be a little bit behind, but it's really not that much at all.
Yeah. I mean, maybe 3 minutes, but definitely not like 8 or 9 minutes behind.
Yeah. Here's Dark Beat. Wolf is picking it up right now. That spell is OP. You'll see why once he gets out of the DLC, probably. He can't really use it for Manus. It would do a bit more damage than Soul Spear, but since the Dark Beat is in it's like a shotgun spell, sort of, so it has a lot of projectiles, and Manus has high defense, and they all get reduced by defense, so it doesn't do that much damage to the Manus compared to Soul Spear, which is 1 instance of damage. Same for Kalameet. It does a little bit more than a Soul Spear, but not that much. But for like main game bosses, it just completely destroys them.
If you see Wolfie doing a ring swap like that, it's because the Dusk Ring halves his HP, and then he puts the RTSR ring back on to put him in range once he gets the fall damage. Alright, so this is Manus.
These fights used to be way more tense back in the day when you had 7 Soul Spears and it took 7 Soul Spears to kill Manus, so if you dodged one, you'd be screwed and had to use a heavy soul arrow.
I mean, it's not as easy as it looks. You do need to spend a lot of time learning this, but he does telegraph his moves very well. That's the thing I like about Manus.
Yeah, for sure. Once you get good at it, it's pretty consistent.
Yeah, and that was nice. That was a really quick fight.
Yeah. And Mecha just did the Duke skip. You see the huge damage he took there for that fall. It's because the fall damage is percentage. And he has so much health. Okay, now he had Wolfie attuned to Dark Bead, so he's gonna use that mostly from here on out, except for Kalameet. I think it's the same amount of hits, even with... I'm not actually sure. It might save one hit if you use only Dark Bead with his intelligence.
Yeah. I mean, the thing with Dark Bead is you want to be up close, otherwise
yeah, you have
he
to be
miss.
close.
Yeah.
For sure. And like Soul Spear auto aims, like it curves even after the cast, while the Dark Bead does not.
So he casts Hidden Body there to kind of get these dogs out of the way. They're still going to notice him, but they're going to notice him too late.
Yeah, you can run past them. Without the Dark Hidden Body, you will most likely get hits. And I mean, you can dodge them, but it's way more annoying. It's like a little safety thing. It doesn't cost much time and makes it much more consistent to get there. So what he has to do here is come check out Kalameet, have him fly over the area, and then go back. You have to trigger this sequence, otherwise Goff won't shoot Kalameet down for you.
All right, so I think Mechapope's going to heal up here. There's really no reason for him to not, especially if he ends up with, a clam in the fight or something.
Yes, Twin Humanity primed. Humanities are items that fully heal you from any health. Normally, like, you would use the Estus Flask to heal, but like, Mecha has so much health and his Estus is not upgraded, so you'd have to drink all of his Estus and that would be way slower.
You can see that Mecha doesn't have Hidden Body here, so he's going to try to group these clams to get out of the way of heading into the fight. If you don't group them properly, then they can easily wander into the fight, and then you can basically go hit this crystal over here, run towards Seath, and find out that you have a clam or two. Right
yeah, the clams have no collision with Seath, so they just come through him and hit you. And that's damage without RTSR there. It's pretty insane. So Wolfie talks to Goff now, and Goff shoots down Kalameet, and you can actually go fight him now. He's gonna have an arrow through his wing.
I'm pretty sure Wolfie's still deathless, right? I can't remember a death from him.
Pretty sure he is, yeah.
Yeah. And I think we've had 2 from Mecha so far.
Apparently he did die, maybe?
I might have missed it.
I don't remember if he did die. It wasn't a big death at all. He hasn't died to a boss. Alright,
so this Kalameet fight used to really scare me in Grapple Mage because of the slow cast speed. But it might not be that much of an issue now.
Kalameet has some attacks that are really hard to dodge if you're in a certain position, but should be fine. Now Mecha's here, he has no range attacks, so he has to use fire bombs for Butterfly.
That's a good attack right there.
A very good attack. It's a slow one, you get like... Oh,
and he does get stomped right there. So that stomp attack is usually good, but you need to be able to pull out of the way.
Yeah, if you're in a wrong spot there, it hits way faster than you would imagine, or like think it would, and then that happens.
Alright, so that's going to give a chance for Mecha to catch up a little bit. Mecha is now heading to the DLC, so he'll be right behind Wolfie. He'll be going to Guardian. Reminder for anyone who just joined, Mecha has already done the Bed of Chaos segment, and Wolfie has not.
Yeah, well, we'll see how the Kalameet treats Wolfie. Kalameet's one of those bosses that can, like, if he just decides to do bad attacks all the time, and if you like screw up a little bit, you just can't kill him for so long. It can very easily go very wrong here. But
Yeah.
he's been doing so well so far, except, well, that one death right there just happened, but I'm sure he'll be fine. Mega doesn't have the fall control, so he can't do the plunge. Well, he could do a plunge here, but that's a bit trickier to do, I guess, for without fall control.
Yeah, I believe he just started learning the route, so he probably will not do the royalwood skip with plunge attack with the dragon tooth.
The neck attack can be a bit scary because the hitbox like lingers for a little bit.
Kalameet's a really weird fight. Sometimes you'll get a fight that is not spooky at all. He'll just do attacks that you know how to handle. Like this one.
It's done now, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you can get really good attacks and you just kill him instantly. Like, okay, well, that's an easy boss, but sometimes it's just terror.
Alright, so that finishes up the DLC for Wolfie. I believe he's going to go to Stray now, or something like that? I don't know.
The boss order here doesn't really matter that much anymore. After he gets Darkbeard, you just run from boss to boss and kill him. He's gonna go to Capra, I think.
Oh yeah, Capra and then Gaping. Okay. So Capra and Gaping segment. What he's going to do here is do a little skip down to Lower Undead Berg to kill Capra. Capra is so simple. You just run up to him and use Darkbeard. You'll see shortly.
He's gonna use Hidden Body to not get screwed over by all the mobs in front of Capra's floodgate, so. And Mecha's having the Guardian fly all over the place. It's really annoying in melee when he does this. You're just running after him and can't get a hit in. It's not really much you can do about it, you just have to take it.
Alright, so Capra?
Yeah.
That's it.
That's a boss. The funny thing is that this boss is like one of the bigger problems for new players, since there's 2 dogs in there with the fights. But in the speedrun it really doesn't matter, since you just kill him instantly.
This entire Lower Berg area plus the Capra fight was the reason I quit the game for like 2 to 3 months at some point when I was doing my first playthrough. So yeah, I agree with that.
So the depth section, here's like another kind of infamous area, I suppose, where you can get cursed by the, what are they called? Basilisks?
Yeah.
But if you know where you're going, you don't even have to ever see those things. So he's just gonna go down this slide and go on the left side of it, and it goes pretty much straight to the end of depths here. And that's like the whole area done pretty much now. It's just gonna go to the boss.
Yeah, so same thing with Gaping here. Pretty easy fight. As long as you get, I think, the right opening. I'm not sure if the opening affects you so much with Darkbeard.
I think it matters when he has 999 hits.
Yeah, maybe it doesn't. And it's a good opening anyway,
Yeah.
so he's all set.
Gaping does take a bit more damage if you hit the head right there, the floppy little thing at the front. So
Yeah.
it wouldn't matter for Wolfie here, since he does so much damage. It can't just hit
I mean,
anywhere.
he's out of the DLC now, so you're going to see a lot of fun.
Yeah, now he's gonna go to Stray. These are the... That's the best sound in the game right there.
It almost feels like we had an extra commentator for a second there.
This jump here is kind of annoying. If you roll late, you can actually make it. If you jump, you can make it always. But if you roll late, you actually go less distance than if you roll early for some reason. It's
always roll early there. That's what I always say.
It's like, I don't know. At some point, people were like, "How do you do this?" And like, just draw early, man.
Yeah.
And Mecha's gonna fight Artorias now. And Wolfie had a good cosplay. He passed the test. Artorias with +5 Dragon Tooth. It's a pretty fast fight. 3 running attacks.
See, he didn't even need RTSR. It's just 3 attacks. That's it.
And here's Stray Demon. He's gonna get deleted in 2 hits.
Yeah, I guess the boss fights get pretty ridiculous at this point. Like, in Dark Souls 3, you would not see this.
Yeah, definitely not. Oh, the Black Knight shielded attack, so he didn't die in 1 hit. He's picking up the doll here. You need this for Painted Bold. Oh no. Why did Mecha fail the hidden body cast?
I don't know.
What happened there? Oh, okay.
Something happened. Something happened to Mecha. I'm not sure.
Yeah. The kill box right there is pretty high up, so you hit it really fast when you fall. It's gonna have to be really fast with the quit out. Does he not have enough intelligence for hidden body?
I don't know.
He
We'll
does.
see. Yeah.
Oh, he had a green blossom on. Okay.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. So Wolfie heading down towards the catacombs right now. He's going to need to trigger the lever here. The lever is usually a quit out trigger. The reason you want to quit out at this lever is because of the skeletons on the outside. They will block you most of the time, and you don't want to get blocked by them. There's not really an easy way out.
Yeah, the reason Mecha couldn't cast hidden body is because he had a green blossom running. That's a body effect. It increases his stamina regen. But you can only have 1 body effect on at a time, so hidden body doesn't work while you have the blossom running.
All right, so back out over here for Wolfie. He's going to jump off the side or just walk off. Quit out once he hits the ground for another fall control quit out, and he will go to Pinwheel.
Oh, Pinwheel. Why were you placed down here?
So people can go there early. No one would because bone wheels and skeletons and everything.
Well, you can skip all of that.
Yeah, if you know how to.
Well, yeah.
Anyway.
This is like, yeah, another infamous boss. Because the area in front of him, this is really, really difficult compared to like what Pinwheel is.
Honestly, anyone who says something like, "Oh, I've never died to Pinwheel," just go down immediately after getting like a bandit knife. Try to kill him.
Yeah, if you haven't died to Pinwheel, you haven't played the game enough.
Yeah.
Ooh, Mecha got a dark beat there, but he didn't get hit by it. Those things do a lot of damage. He would have lived it, I think, still, because he has so much health, but it's still not a thing you want to get hit by.
Alright, so Mechapope doing a quit out there. The reason you do that is because on the elevator coming up, there is a enemy that you don't want to deal with.
Yeah, it also makes the lift go all the way up instantly, but in RTA, I guess that wouldn't be worth for the quit out, but there's the enemy, so you want to do it because of that.
Alright, so the second half of Tomb of the Giants here, once you get the light back on, there's a crystal lizard. Wolfie doesn't need to worry about that. A few enemies he needs to get past. And then Nito at the end of all of it. The Nito fight has to do with Dark Bead and Hidden Body, I think. Basically just hide. Oh, go ahead.
I think he uses Soul Spears mostly. I don't know.
Oh, does he? Okay.
I'm not sure. Yeah, might use Dark Beat if he goes up close that far, but Soul Spears do a lot of damage here too, so if he's not, like, going up close to Nito's a bit risky, since there's skeletons here, and they will kill you. He's doing the Dust Crown swap there, the Dust Crown ring swap for the
Yeah, that'll put him in
RTSR.
RTSR. Yep.
Yeah. And then hidden body, so the skeletons don't bother him that much. But he's gonna use our Dark Beat. Oh yeah.
So Dark Beat for the skeletons, then
Nito has good aim.
Huh. Interesting.
Nito is like, as boss, like the easiest way to do this boss is just equip him his armor you have, stand next to him, keep hitting him, and he misses most of the time. So you just stand there. And meanwhile, Manus is using magic attacks.
Yeah, if you do get the rain attack from Manus, it just wastes time, unfortunately.
Yeah, nothing you can do about it.
And,
Good thing Mecha has a lot of health. He can just tank through these attacks.
Yeah, it'll save him some time just kind of tanking through things, I guess.
Ooh, that he can't tank. That's the Manus is super dark beat and he shoots 3 waves.
Alright, so our first 4 Kings appearance here.
Well, 4 kings, you say?
Well, yeah, I guess it's 1 king. I don't know. Is it 1 king in this round?
He said it was 1 king, so I imagine.
Oh, really?
At least he's gonna try for 1 king. And Mecha's almost done with DLC, it's just Kalameet left. And Wolfie's gonna do the... what is it called? The seal skip?
Yeah, this is seal skip with fall control. You jump off the side there. As soon as you hear the death sound, you basically quit out.
Yeah, and like here's... you're not supposed to be here, and the game's like, well, I guess you made it past the kill box, so you can be here.
Yeah, this game is okay with a lot of things that you wouldn't expect it to be okay with.
The thing you need to do here is equip the Covenant of Artorias, otherwise you die to entering the Abyss. You have to have the ring on. He did drop the... what's it called? The Drake Sword there, just in case if he doesn't get 1 king, I guess.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, okay, that's the setup, I guess, for...
So another Dark Beat.
So gonna get 1 more? Yeah, that's 1 king. Nice.
Okay. There you go. 4 kings is 1 king.
Yeah, the thing here is all the kings have... there's 4 kings normally, and they have a shared health pool. When one king basically has enough health for 1/4 of the thing, but if you keep hitting the hitbox, that while the king is dying, you can keep hitting him and do extra damage, and that way you can usually get 2 kings in most routes. In this route, it's 1 king, so it's very nice.
Yeah, you won't see that too often in this tournament. I don't think a lot of people do this route. Wolfie might be one of the unique runners.
But yeah, usually it's 2 kings, sometimes it's 3 kings. With RTSR you can get 2 kings pretty consistently, I think. There's some wanky setups though, like some setups for getting 2 kings are really crazy. They like include jumping attacks and fire bombs and stuff like that to get the proper health just before the final hits, so you can get the maximum damage on the king. And Wolfie doing another full control quit out there.
Alright, so Mecha heading towards Kalameet now. This will be his final fight in the DLC. And then he'll head towards, I believe, like Stray and 4 Kings and whatnot.
Capra Gaping. I'm not sure what order he's gonna do them in, but...
yeah, I guess he still has a lot to do, so his deaths really cost him. Wolfie has kind of pulled ahead a lot, especially with the speed of his boss fights.
Yeah, these boss fights are insane. Yeah, Wolfie still has the Gwendolyn and Priscilla segment, and then believe he's done with everything. Gonna be Quinn after those. But of course the Izalith segment is the biggest one left. Mecha's gonna show us the melee Kalameet fight. With move swap, of course.
Yeah, so this still does really decent damage, even without RTSR. He doesn't have much to worry about. Kalameet is one of those bosses that, especially with attacks like his flying attack, can do a ton of damage. but with a health bar this size, I don't know. No commentator's curse, please, but I don't think he'll have an issue.
Well, the thing is, if you don't have time to heal, all the health in the world won't save you if you get hit by, like, I don't know, did like this flying breath that does a lot of damage.
Yeah.
It wouldn't kill him in one hit, but you might not get a chance to heal. So okay, that
So
charge
yeah, even
did.
that didn't do too much.
Yeah.
So. Oh, but he
Actually,
got smashed by the tail. Yeah.
Still has half health left. The thing is, even when you level up any stats, your defenses go up by a little bit. So, because if so high level right now, that already gives him some resistance. He's also wearing some armor, so that helps too. But yeah, Kalameet's down.
Alright, so Wolfie heading into the Ceaseless fight. This is completely different than what Mechapope did. Wolfie's going to run up to Ceaseless and cast, I think, 2 Dark Beads? I think that's it.
I think so. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be 1. Or maybe it's 1, I'm not sure. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah, Wolfie's doing Grapple Mage. Mecha's heading to Capra Demon now, doing that segment. Yeah, it's 2 Dark Beads.
Alright, easy fight. Yeah, he actually does save a ton of time on this fight in particular.
Yeah, there's like certain things like the Hydra and then Ceaseless. Maybe Centipede too.
Yeah.
Some of
Centipede,
fights,
you just run to the side and cast Dark Bead.
yeah, you don't even have to go to the middle at all. Mecha's like having to kill these enemies because he didn't get the skip first try. So now he has to get rid of them, and he didn't use hidden body since he doesn't want to get rid of move swap. Oh, there's the little thing there, the skip you can fail it by going a bit too much to the right and then fall to the side instead. You have to run around and do the walk of shame.
Yeah. Also, if you try to do this once in a while, when you jump down to that area down there where you expect to get the skip, one of the hollows will fly out of the corner and hit you. And
Yeah.
that's one of the worst things.
Oh, and Wolfie died.
Okay.
What happened there? I was looking at Mecha's side.
I think.
He got the punch thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you don't do like 1 extra quid outs for safety, you can have this happen to you where you miss the punch basically.
That's why you see
fall to your death.
sometimes that someone might actually get move through the bottom of the elevator, but they'll quit out again just to make sure that they get it correctly. All right, so Mecha going down to where the large ember is. He'll be at Gaping soon.
It's like he tanked some hits, but his health bar allows him to do whatever he wants.
Alright, so Wolfie quits out again there, just to make sure. He should be good now. Plunge attack, right into Fire Sage. 1, 2 Dark Bead? I'm not sure. 2.
It's
okay.
2. Oh, he missed some of them.
Oh my god.
3. But he...
It was 4.
No, he missed... It would have been 3. But he missed like... one of the beads went to the right on all of the casts.
Alright, Mecha entering the gaping fight here. Pretty easy. Gonna be longer than Wolfie's, either way. Doesn't get the good opening.
Oh, so... yeah, this is the bad...
Oh, man.
With melee, especially.
If the side-to-side swipe. Yep, there it is.
Yeah, if Gaping doesn't slam down, you can't hit his head. And he does take a lot more damage to the head. That matters a lot more in melee than in magic.
But Mechapope just tanking attacks here.
Yeah, and he has so much damage anyway. Ooh, the puke! That's a rare one to see. Oh, it actually broke something.
I'm not sure what happened. But
I don't think the dragon tooth broke. I don't think it affects his weapons. I'm not sure, but I think it's his legs.
Yeah, I think it's just his armor that broke.
The dragon tooth also has insane durability. Anyways, 999 durability. Oh, Wolfie killed Centipede, by the way. In this fight. It's happened. Just grapple things. Just dark breed things, actually. Is it weapon at risk? I can't see the icon properly, so I don't think it's his weapon, because that weapon is actually... Oh, it could be the rapier here.
Yeah, it might be the rapier.
That doesn't matter at all.
I always figure it's your armor, but I guess it.
The stone armor is also very durable.
Oh right, he's wearing stone armor. Yeah.
Wolfie running through the crate section of blue in your face.
Wait, so Wolf? Oh no.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Alright, Wolfie needs to make it through this section here. This guy can still jump on top of him, so he needs to be careful. Okay, he should be good.
He's fine. Yeah. It's gonna be a little scary there with this little vitality.
Now, does he have a bow, or is he doing this just free aim?
I'm not sure. He has a bow. He has a bow because
he does have a bow, okay.
He did the Drake thing with the bow.
Oh, he did, okay. Right.
You can do the Toki bombs with without the bow. It's a bit more like, I don't know, a bit harder to aim, I guess, since you have to do it like free aim with the camera, and that's not really the most precise thing, but it's doable.
Yeah.
And Mecha got a doll, so he can get to Painted Wall now. Killed Stray also, and he's gonna head to Nito.
Alright, so Beta Chaos for Wolfie. Should be just as fast as Mecha's fight.
Yeah, it's just
not much of a difference here.
Just gonna use the fire bombs, just like Mecha did.
Yeah, the only difference is once he gets close to the Bed of Chaos grub, or whatever it is inside that area, he'll just fire Dark Bead.
Yeah, it saves a little bit of time. You don't have to go as close.
Yeah. Alright, looks good.
Solid 900 damage by hitting one of the beads. Well, Ruble Mecha did start with the Master Key, starts Hunter. He's also not doing the fall control quit out since he has no fall control. There's a plunge here you could do also, I think at least, but since he hasn't practiced them, it's not really worth doing, because if you fail it, you instantly die.
So what does Mecha have left? Mecha has to do Pinwheel, Nito, 4 Kings, right?
Yeah, 4 Kings, and then Priscilla, Gwendolyn.
Yeah, so about, I guess, 2.5, 3 bosses behind.
Yeah. Wolf is in the lead right now. He's doing another full control quit out here. He's gonna go do the painting, I think. Right. Yeah, it's just gonna do another full control quit out from the top to the bottom of the, in front of the painting. And Mecha's running through Tomb of the Giants. If you know the route here, it's very simple. You just use the cues you have, and then you like, right at this moment, you just hug the right wall until you get the fog gate, and then just run straight, and that's Tomb of the Giants.
Yeah, so Mecha's gonna do a little jump here, near the big skelly. You'll see the big skeleton's right here. Oh, he got hit. Let's be careful. Okay, little jump up there. If you get that jump correctly, you actually jump on the higher ledge. And you can go down. Alternatively, you can kind of just go down through this hole here.
It's a little
Just
bit
a little
faster
slower.
going the top way. It's not a big
Yeah.
deal if you miss the jump, but nice thing to get. Wolf is running through what's this place called? The painted wall of Artorias.
Yep.
Oh, he failed the jump. Did he? I don't know. He quit out for some reason, so I assume he tried to do the jump to the left and didn't quite make it.
Yeah, most likely.
Now, is he gonna kill the dragon or is he gonna do the skip on the right?
Skip on the right.
So it is. This is a cool skip here. There's a ledge there that you can fall off for some reason.
It's
No
not
idea
there,
why it
but
exists.
it is. Yeah.
It's like a dev was like, fuck this area, I wanna get to the end fast. I'll just leave this here, no one will notice.
Alright, so 2 archers down here. Just hollow archers, basically. And then one of the knights fall down to try to block you. Besides that, you only have to deal with Priscilla at the end.
The thing with Dark Beat is if you one-shot Priscilla with it and some other condition is met, I think it happens every time if you got her tail.
Yeah.
But it can also happen if you don't do that. If you one-shot her, it can just make her dialogue for, like, because she's not aggro right now. So the first hit aggroes her. If you kill her with that hit, sometimes it just loops the dialogue, her dying sound. It's called the moan glitch because there's the moan right there. And that just keeps looping and looping, and you can't get out of painted world anymore. That's basically softlocks your game.
So there was a reason why he didn't do that. He's stuck with no RTSR.
The thing is not true? I thought it was like a certain way to get it if you did that. Well, I guess not.
Alright, so meanwhile, Mecha heading down toward 4 kings now. I believe he can get 2 kings with DT plus 5.
I think he said he was going for 3 kings.
Oh, really? Okay.
He has no RTSR, so like maybe he could get it with some setup, but I guess he hasn't. Like,
yeah.
It would be like a lot of work which he didn't feel like putting in for. I don't know, things having plus 5 DT. It's just wanted an easy route that he could quickly learn for the tournament, I suppose.
Alright, seal skip for him. He just inches off here and quits out. You have to be careful here because you fall pretty fast, so you have to make sure your quit out kind of aligns with how fast you're falling. If you walk too far, you do a slower fall, you don't hit the slope, and you won't get the quit out correctly.
Now, this is like really easy to do with fall control, since you get it's way more lenient, but without fall control, it's way tighter quit out. And he got it, and then he quits out again because the death cam comes on there, so he can actually run to the spot where he needs to go.
If you don't quit out again there, your camera is essentially reversed, and it's very hard to run around.
Well, it's in the death cam, right?
Yeah.
So even, I mean, you could go down to 4 kings and fight them in death cam, I suppose.
I guess it would it stay with like that?
Can you even go there?
I don't know. I've never tried it.
I'm not gonna try right now. Camel, have you tried that?
I think someone mentioned trying it before, but I'm not sure.
Someone's probably tried it, but I haven't myself, so I don't know.
I think as soon as you fall into the arena, it changes the cam. Wrong.
Maybe. Oh yeah, here's Gwendolyn. It's kinda annoying, boss, because there's 3 attacks you can do, and you want the arrow attack when you're getting up close, because the arrow attack is the only one you can properly punish. The other ones are too fast. He just teleports. Oh, he just teleports away before you can hit him.
All right. Is that it for Wolfie? I think he just has Gwyn.
He's just going to Gwyn now. The hardest boss in the game, actually. The thing about Four Kings is that they don't actually do that much damage when you're very close to them. They hit you with the hilt, and it's like does minimal damage, so you can just tank hits if you're not in RTSR very easily.
Yeah, so I don't think Wolfie needs to get a RTSR setup here. All set.
Oh,
maybe he does. Okay.
Probably don't need to, but it saves hits, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I mean, it's dark beat, so you wouldn't need it if you really didn't want it, but...
Yeah.
Ooh, the knight almost fell on him. Could have taken the little bit of chip damage, then I could have maybe killed him even.
Yeah, the funny thing about these enemies is if they fall on you, they don't actually need to swing their weapon or anything. They can just do damage to you that way.
Yeah, it's like kind of when Sif jumps on you.
Yeah.
It's not like an attack, it's just a little bit of damage, not much, but if you're in RTSR range, it does add up fast, and it will actually kill you quite fast too.
Alright, so not much left here for Wolfie. He's going to get past this last Black Knight right here. Go through the Fog Gate, go up to Gwyn. He can either parry or he can roll, and we'll see what he does.
There's really no reason to parry with this, but I guess he's going for it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's one hit, okay.
One hit.
Yeah.
And that's a nice time. 126.34, I guess, or something?
37? 39 was what he
39,
hits the
okay.
split on.
The official SRL time was 126.40. That's a nice time. Congrats to Wolfie. GG.
Yeah. Unfortunate on a few spots, like Kalameet, but it happens. Very nice run.
Yeah.
Mecha's just gonna finish up. He's 3 bosses left now. He's gonna go to Gwendolyn first since he doesn't have full control. So he can do the drop to Priscilla in front of the painting.
Yeah. Yeah, so we see how fast the fights were for Wolfie, you know. All the fights with magic. Even though we didn't do Sen's Gate skip, he made up for it.
The setup at the start costs you some time, but it's like all the fights after DLC are so fast. It's just if you get there quick, you're gonna have very fast fights from then on out.
Yeah, so while Gwendolyn does all of these attacks that we don't want to see but inevitably happen.
Ooh. This should be fine.
Yeah, should be just fine. So 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and he should be dead. There we go.
Yeah. If Gwendolyn teleports away, that's really, really annoying because, well, he's just way further away again, and you have to run all the way there, and then you have to wait for a good attack again. Not much you can do about it, though. I mean, don't miss the chance you get, I suppose.
Yeah.
But with Dragon Tooth's +5, just stagger him with the hits, so the only way you can fail it, I guess, is you attack a bit too early and you only hit him once.
So while Mechapope is running to... we've seen this segment before. I just want to announce that tomorrow will be somewhat of a busy day as far as games for this marathon go. Tomorrow morning, my time would be 6 a.m. Eastern, but if you are in the Central European region, that will be noon. There's Alibaba versus Comedy. And then 3 hours later, we have 2 matches, Lucida versus Dark One and Sastatin versus Nubisaurus. So 3 more games tomorrow. Be sure to check those out if you get a chance. So I think that Mecha's just gonna drop down as well here, like the normal way.
Yeah, I think so. There's really no reason to kill the dragon at this point. The only reason you would kill the dragon is because you want the dragon scale he drops, but he obviously doesn't need it anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, he's killing these hollows. That's bullying. I don't think he really needs to, but I guess.
Sometimes you get hit by the arrow and you
Yeah,
just don't
but
appreciate it, I guess.
yeah, well, it makes sense, I suppose. Oh, it's apparently faster to kill a dragon with dark beat. I guess it's faster. Like, yeah, you go straight.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. I guess you can't really. I don't know. Can you fail it? Maybe.
Why does the
You could.
Yeah, if you mistime it a bit, I guess you just die.
I mean, I've failed some crazy things that I never thought I could fail in this game, so.
For sure. So, what's annoying about Priscilla here is that she's invisible, obviously. So you have to like listen to where she is, or use the footsteps on the snow. Okay, Mechas only has Quinn left now. He's probably gonna do it with Moonspell.
Yeah, I would think so. So the interesting thing about the Gwyn fight is if you finish off Gwyn with a move swap, you have to go to the slower exit, which wastes you some time. If you can finish off Gwyn with a parry, you can actually go to the faster exit.
Well, it's the animation, the death animation.
Yeah, it's the animation, sorry.
For some reason, if you repost kill Quinn, the death animation is way quicker, it's like almost instant. But if you kill him normally, it takes, I don't know, like 3 or 4 seconds maybe.
Yeah, I'd say something like that. Alright, so Mecha can avoid this first night. Not sure. Okay. He's gonna go. Oh, okay.
I'm gonna just fall on him, bully him
Yeah.
a little bit.
I still can't get past that health bar. It's kind of mesmerizing, I guess.
It is really long.
Yeah.
It's like Dark Souls 3 tier right there.
Yeah.
Oh, a Wolfie PB'd, apparently. That's pretty...
Oh, nice. Wow. By over a minute.
Yeah,
Jeez, congrats to Wolfie. That's awesome. The first run of the bracket and someone PBs by over a minute. That's
dude,
pretty,
Wolfie gives
pretty high.
no mercy. Just goes for the PB straight off. This last knight here can actually hit you if you go to the left side and don't roll, but you can dodge it quite easily, so... If you're not in RTSR, of course there's no like risk anyway, even if you get hit, it's like whatever.
So you see he's just doing a bunch of move swap attacks. The backstep is really useful here.
Yeah, the backstep actually gives you the same attack as running would. So
Really simple stuff.
DT +5, pretty good.
Alright.
And he's finished now too.
That's Mecha's run. He finishes in Esheral time. So, GG again. That was a good race. It's a nice opening race. Appreciate it. I'm not sure how much time we have, but if we do have time, we can always bring the runners in to see if they want to say anything. I haven't actually taken a look at the schedule. I know I'm a bad commentator for not taking a look at the schedule, but I'll attempt to see if at least Wolfie wants to join. Let me try to get him here.
Hey guys.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey,
GG,
Wolfie.
GG Mecha.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
something,
okay.
all right.
It was definitely something. How'd you guys feel about that?
I
Eh,
hate
not so good. It
I
was
mean,
fine, except for the parts that weren't fine.
Yeah, but that always
Listen.
happens, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
we both could have been faster if we didn't die.
Right.
I mean, for me, it was just like stupid stuff, like not holding down run long enough and rolling off Iron Golem, or just running off a cliff for no reason.
Yeah, I mean, we all have interesting moments like that. I know I've always experienced that. So it's no big deal.
Yeah.
I think it's still a very respectable time, 133. But seems like Wolfie actually PB'd in this. Is that correct?
Yeah, by 1 minute 9 seconds. And
Yeah.
Wow, not too bad.
Yeah,
Congrats. That's awesome.
even with the death to Kalameet and the fire stage elevator clip. And,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and then forgetting how the stairs in Anor Londo work.
Yeah.
That's always a good one.
Yeah.
Also, for the record, not ESM, quantity storage on keyboard is really goddamn awkward.
I can imagine it is. Yeah, I was wondering about that. Like, I know I've seen it on controller before. I've seen people do it on controller, but I'm not sure if you had something set up for it, or if you just like were looking at it and you're like, this is not meant to be on keyboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to fight the menus because you can't like do the inputs you want to. It just
After this many years, finally the keyboard is proving to be a hindrance.
Yeah.
finally.
As the game changes, I guess. Yeah. All right. Anything else that you guys saw on the mention really quickly? General, it looked pretty good. You know, some deaths, but whatever.
You
How
cut out
about that?
a little bit.
Sorry, you go ahead, Wolfie.
I was just saying typo cut out a bit for me. I don't know what you said.
Yeah, he did for me
Oh.
too. But
Yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize. I'm just saying,
So-
is there anything else in the run that you wanted to say that was interesting?
my Guardian was pretty interesting.
Yeah, he
First
kept
last
flying
hit, it was
around.
like 5 or 6 fly
Yeah.
rise. Yeah.
My Sense Fortress was a little interesting.
Yeah,
'Cause
you
I'd
got
come
hit
up-
by the trap.
At the start, like because I'd come up with an RTSR setup that didn't involve
Oh.
the boulder because the boulder is awkward
Yeah.
sometimes. It only hits you once, and it was to take a counter hit from the first arrow, and then heal while you wait for the snake to get knocked over, and then you take a counter hit from the second arrow trap, and that's RTSR. But then I got hit by the lightning
Yeah.
and started to panic a little bit. That was really scary. And I feel like I kind of YOLO'd Manus a bit as well. Right at
Yeah,
the
that was
end.
an interesting fight. Nice job though.
Yeah. Apart from that, though, I'm pretty happy. Apart from the 2 deaths,
Your ONS was pretty good. Apart from the quit out you had to do for the first time, but
I was thinking, oh, this is going. I literally, as I was entering that fog game, I was thinking, hey, this is going quite well. Oh, lightning opening. Okay. But, it's pretty good. It's
Yeah.
fun
Think you're going to keep doing Crapple in the future?
for the tournament. Yeah.
Well, I meant,
The only
yeah,
thing I
obviously
do.
don't learn a new route, but further on.
I don't know. I'll wait and see. Like, I might learn 100%.
Ooh.
Take Camille down because
Okay,
he
Camille.
needs-
yeah, someone needs to take that's a record for him. Captain's been slacking.
exactly, and and it'll be pretty easy to do, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks guys.
Yeah,
Appreciate
thank
you running. Appreciate you dropping in for some post race commentary, and yeah, thanks for everyone who watched. Thanks to Nubist for co-commentating with me. And
Typo.
Yeah, hopefully the next one is just as good. What is the next one? Let me check.
It's tomorrow Alibaba versus Company.
Yeah.
What time's
And
that?
if anyone knows Miltravid, he'll be commentating that with Set Booster. So be sure to check that out. That'll be pretty early tomorrow. In
Yes,
less than
6
12
a.m.
hours.
for our time, or roughly 11 hours after ours started. If that's any easier.
Yeah.
Time zones
Yes.
are hard.
So appreciate it, guys. Appreciate Speed Gaming staff for getting everything set up for us. And yeah, I guess we'll see you on the next race.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
All right. See you later.
Cheers, guys.
Bye-bye.